All right, let's dive right into one of the biggest game changers in tech today, OpenTelemetry, or as pretty much everyone calls it, OTel. This is the open source standard that is totally changing how we see and understand our software. It's fast becoming the universal language for observability, and we're going to break down what that really means.
And look, this is not just hype. This quote from Marilia Gutierrez, it absolutely nails the momentum here. The whole conversation has flipped. It's not a question of if you should use OTel anymore, it's a question of when. We're past the tipping point. This is becoming the default.
So what is it really? At its heart, OpenTelemetry is one single unified toolkit for grabbing all your performance data, your traces, metrics, and logs. The most important words there are single and vendor neutral. This is your get-out-of-jail-free card from vendor lock-in. It puts you back in control of your own data. So why this meteoric rise? What's the secret sauce that has everyone, from the biggest cloud providers to tiny open-source projects, all rallying behind it? Let's get into the core promises that are making OTel the new king of the hill in observability. This right here, this is the core of it. First, it shatters the chains of vendor lock-in. Your data is yours, period. Second, it finally brings the three pillars, traces, metrics, and logs, together under one roof. That alone massively simplifies things and makes auto-instrumentation a breeze. And you know what? It's a community effort. Everyone is building this together, so we all get a better solution, instead of a dozen different ones. Now, to really get OTel, you have to understand its engine room, the collector. Think of it like a super efficient data refinery. It's this central piece that can grab data, process it, and ship it out anywhere. It's incredibly powerful. Let's take a look at how that pipeline actually works. You know, the collector's pipeline is just beautifully simple. First, the receivers pull in data from, well, everywhere. Then the processors get to work. This is where the real magic happens. You can filter out useless noise, add important context, or sample your data to save a ton of money. And finally, the exporters send that clean, refined data to any backend you want, or even to multiple places at once. And you've got two main ways to deploy this collector. You can run it as an agent on every single machine, which is perfect for grabbing metrics right from the source. Or you can set it up as a gateway, which acts like a central hub, collecting data from all those agents. That's your spot for applying big, system-wide rules before you ship the data off. Okay, so you're sending data to the collector, but how you send it is another huge choice. The protocol you use, it has a massive impact on performance, efficiency, and just whether it'll work with your network. It's that classic trade-off. Do you want raw speed, or do you want a simple setup? So, here's the showdown. On one side, you've got gRPC. It's built on HTTP/2, it's binary, and it is blazing fast and super efficient. If you're generating a fire hose of data, this is your guy. On the other side is good old HTTP. It's way simpler, everybody knows it, and it just sails through firewalls without a problem. It's the compatible, easy-to-use choice. So there you have it, two really solid options. One's built for pure speed, the other for simplicity and compatibility. So how do you possibly choose? Well, the right answer, of course, totally depends on your world and what you care about most. Here's the mental checklist. If you're dealing with just an insane amount of data, or if every millisecond counts, gRPC is probably your winner. But if your team is way more comfortable with standard web stuff, or your network is already built around HTTP, then just sticking with HTTP is the simple, practical, and probably smarter path. Okay, but here's where the story takes a fascinating twist. OpenTelemetry is an absolute beast in the cloud. But when you step out of the data center and into the physical world of hardware, IoT, and edge devices, a huge blind spot appears. What works great on a powerful server just doesn't fly on a tiny, low-power device. Let's just talk numbers for a second. In some cases, just turning on OpenTelemetry can cause a 46.5% spike in CPU usage. For a big cloud server, okay, maybe that's fine. But for a tiny little sensor, that's a massive, massive hit. And it's not just the CPU. Memory usage can jump by nearly 48%. That kind of overhead is just a non-starter for the millions of little embedded systems and smart devices that run our world now. OTel in its current form is just too heavy for them. And this diagram, it tells the whole story perfectly. You can see OTel is totally fluent in the language of the cloud. It speaks HTTP and gRPC perfectly. But the hardware world, that's a completely different language, with stuff like Zigbee, MQTT, and others. There's a fundamental communication gap, a blind spot in our visibility. So, to wrap it up, the problems are real. There's no native support for the protocols these devices actually use. The resource cost is way too high, and because we can't monitor them properly, these devices are left wide open to attack. In systems where timing is critical, like a flood alert system, a delay caused by a clunky telemetry setup could be literally catastrophic. But the story doesn't end on a down note. In fact, these challenges are pushing OpenTelemetry to evolve. It's becoming clear that just collecting data isn't enough anymore. The community knows this, and they're working on it. OTel is on its way to becoming much, much more than just a data standard. Let's see what that future is shaping up to be. Now, this is a really fascinating prediction. The idea is that OpenTelemetry will become a governance framework. It won't just tell you how to collect data. It'll provide the rulebook for how that data should be secured, how it should be enriched with business context, and how it can be optimized for cost, right at the point of collection. And that flows right into this next idea of OTel becoming a cost-control choke point. Let's be real, data volumes are exploding, and costs are a huge problem. The OTel Collector is perfectly positioned to become the one central place where you can intelligently filter and shape your data to get a real handle on your observability bill. And finally, we have to look at AI. As we start deploying more and more complex AI agents, we desperately need to understand what they're doing. You can't just look at some high-level metrics, you need to see the actual flow, the interactions. OpenTelemetry is becoming the essential tool for actually observing and debugging these new AI systems. Which brings us to our final question. As everything from our cloud servers to our cars to our coffee makers becomes connected and runs on software, the need to understand these incredibly complex systems has never been more urgent. It really seems like having a universal, open language for observability isn't just a nice-to-have anymore, it's becoming an absolute necessity.